The 1886 no-mint Mark I dollar coin is a fascinating and historically important piece of American numismatics, a coin that carries with it a unique charm, rarity, and collectible appeal that continues to excite coin enthusiasts even today, more than a century after its creation. And when we look into the details of this coin, we begin to understand why collectors consider it such a treasure, not only for its intrinsic design, but also for the era it represents and the rarity that drives its desirability in the coin market. To begin with, the absence of a mint mark on this coin immediately signals that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the original United States Mint, and during that period did not place mint marks on its coins, making the phrase, "no mint mark," an identifying feature for collectors today. In 1886, the United States was undergoing significant transformation, with industrial growth, expanding railroads, and a society moving toward modernization, and coins from this era were not merely tools for trade, but also reflections of national progress, artistry, and the daily lives of the people who used them. The design of the 1886 $1 coin follows the traditions of 19th century U.S. coinage, with intricate engravings that make it stand out as both a work of art and a piece of history. On the obverse, liberty is typically portrayed with classical features, embodying the ideals of freedom and democracy, and while pennies of this period bore the famous Indian head design by James B. Longacre, the larger dollar coin carried designs that were equally iconic, reinforcing the pride of a growing nation. The reverse usually included bold inscriptions of the denomination, such as $1, framed with wreaths, eagles, or symbolic motifs that reinforced the coin's authority as official currency of the United States. What makes the 1886 no-mint Mark $1 coin especially remarkable today is its survival rate. While millions may have been struck originally, most were used heavily in daily transactions at a time when paper currency was less trusted, which means that many examples were worn down, lost, or melted over the decades, leaving relatively few pieces in collectible condition today. This scarcity is exactly why the coin commands strong prices in the numismatic market. And while common, worn examples might fetch modest sums, well-preserved examples are capable of commanding far higher values, with the general market value for an 1886 no-mint Mark $1 coin resting around $500 depending on condition, eye appeal, and grading. Grading is a critical factor in the valuation process, as collectors and investors alike place great importance on whether a coin has been authenticated and assigned a grade by professional services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A coin in good or very good condition may sell closer to the lower end of the price range, while those graded extremely fine or mint state can exceed the $500 mark considerably, sometimes reaching into the thousands when offered at prestigious coin auctions. The rarity is not only tied to mintage numbers, but also to specific varieties. Collectors of the 1886 $1 series are well aware of certain die variations and subtle differences in the striking that create sub-varieties, and these often trade for premiums well above standard issues, which adds to the excitement of collecting and hunting for this specific year. Beyond monetary value, the 1886 no-mint Mark $1 coin has immense historical significance, as it circulated at a time when the United States was solidifying its presence as an industrial power and a nation of innovation. Each coin represents a tangible connection to the late 19th century, a period when workers were paid in silver and copper coins, merchants conducted their trade with hard currency, and families relied on these very coins for survival, savings, and daily life. To hold such a coin today is to hold a piece of that history, to imagine how many hands it may have passed through, and to marvel at the journey that allowed it to survive into the modern age for collectors to admire. Another fascinating aspect of this coin is how it has appreciated in value over time. Decades ago, examples could be found for just a few dollars, but as the supply dwindled and collector demand increased, the prices steadily rose, making the 1886 no-mint mark $1 coin not just a collectible but also an investment that can store and grow value over time. In fact, rare coin collectors often speak of these pieces as portable history, assets that combine art, rarity, and financial worth, and the 1886 issue is a prime example of this principle. It is also worth noting that coins like this are not easily found in circulation anymore. They are typically discovered in private collections, estate sales, or specialized auctions, and when one appears on the market, it often sparks interest from multiple buyers competing to secure it, which drives up its final sale price. For new collectors, the coin provides an exciting entry point into the world of numismatics because its value is tangible yet not entirely out of reach, while for seasoned experts, it offers a chance to add a historically rich and aesthetically pleasing piece to their portfolio. The sheer survival of any 1886 no-mint mark $1 coin in solid condition is a marvel given how much ware coins endured in circulation during the late 1800s, and each surviving piece today tells its own story of preservation. Because of its age and scarcity, counterfeit versions do exist, which makes professional authentication all the more important, and this also adds to the respect collectors have for certified and graded specimens. When we sum it all up, the 1886 no-mint mark $1 coin is much more than just a denomination of money. It is a bridge to history, a collectible masterpiece of U.S. minting, and a financial asset with enduring value. Its current market value of around $500 highlights its significance in today's numismatic circles, but its true worth extends beyond the dollar amount, lying instead in its cultural, historical, and artistic impact. For those lucky enough to own one, it is a cherished treasure. For those searching, it remains a dream find. And for the numismatic world at large, it is an everlasting reminder of the beauty and significance of America's coinage heritage. Next up, the 1880 no-mint mark $1 coin is one of the most intriguing and collectible pieces of American numismatic history, especially for coin enthusiasts and investors who understand the deep significance of this era in U.S. coinage. Struck during a time when the nation was still adjusting to the aftermath of the Civil War and industrialization was rapidly changing the face of America, this coin represents not just a piece of currency, but also a symbol of stability, artistry, and heritage. When we talk about the 1880 $1 coin without a mint mark, we are generally referring to the Morgan silver dollar produced at the Philadelphia Mint, because the Philadelphia Mint did not place mint marks on its coins at the time. The absence of a mint mark on this coin is not an error, but rather an indicator that it was minted in Philadelphia, the original mint of the United States. Collectors value this specific coin not only for its silver content, but also for its history, design, and the story it tells about America during the late 19th century. The obverse of the coin features the iconic Lady Liberty profile, designed by George T. Morgan, from whom the coin gets its name. Liberty is depicted wearing a Phrygian cap adorned with wheat and cotton, symbolizing both liberty and America's agricultural heritage. This was a bold new interpretation of liberty at the time, representing a younger, more contemporary face, distinct from earlier designs. On the reverse, we see a majestic eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows, and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace, a balance that was particularly meaningful to a country still healing from conflict. The details of the feathers, talons, and wings are some of the most admired aspects of Morgan's artistry, and they continue to fascinate collectors today. The 1880 no-mint mark $1 coin is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 26.73 grams and measuring 38.1 millimeters in diameter. Its silver content alone gives it intrinsic value, but what truly makes it special in the collector's market is its condition, rarity, and historical significance. While millions of Morgan dollars were minted overall, specific years and mint combinations are harder to find in high grades. For the 1880 no-mint mark version, uncirculated examples with sharp strikes and minimal wear are especially prized, and even circulated coins can fetch good prices depending on eye appeal. The market value of this coin today, particularly in average circulated condition, can range between $100 to $200. But in higher grades, especially in mint state condition, its value can jump significantly, with some examples reaching a market value of $600 or more depending on preservation and grading. Collectors turn to trusted third-party grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, to authenticate and grade these coins, as certification adds both credibility and liquidity in the marketplace. One of the fascinating aspects of the 1880 $1 no-mint mark coin is the variety factor. During the Morgan dollar era, minting technology was not as refined as it is today, and dies often wore down or were repunched, creating variations that collectors today eagerly hunt for. For example, there are over-date varieties like the 1880 79, where remnants of the previous year's date can be seen underneath the new date, creating an exciting discovery for collectors. Such varieties can push values even higher than the typical $600 market level, sometimes into the thousands for rare die states or extremely high-grade examples. This adds a layer of treasure hunt excitement to collecting $1880, making each coin a potential gateway to a unique story. The popularity of the Morgan dollar series as a whole cannot be overstated. These coins were minted from 1878 to 1904 and then again in 1921, and they remain one of the most beloved American coin series because of their bold design, silver content, and the history they embody. The 1880 issue stands right at the heart of this series, making it particularly desirable for collectors who aim to build complete date and mint mark sets. Within this set, Philadelphia mint coins are often considered the baseline issues since they lack a mint mark, but their importance is undeniable, as they represent the central production of America's primary mint. Another key factor driving the value of the 1880 no-mint mark $1 coin is collector demand. Demand is not just based on rarity but also on the cultural significance of the coin. Morgan dollars have long been symbols of the Wild West era, bank hoards, and the famous silver dollar mystique that defined American money in the late 19th century. Many of these coins were stored in treasury vaults for decades and were only released in the mid-20th century during the treasury hoard sales, making them available to collectors in relatively high numbers. However, not all years and mints were equally preserved, and the 1880 issue, while not the rarest, still holds a special position in terms of value and historical context. Even today, when collectors look for tangible assets, the 1880 Morgan dollar provides a perfect combination of silver bullion value and numismatic premium, making it a strong candidate for both seasoned numismatists and casual investors. The market. For the 1880 no-mint mark $1 coin has remained steady over the years, with price appreciation often following broader trends in silver and collectible coin demand. During periods when silver prices surge, collectors and investors often turn their attention to silver coins, and the Morgan dollar is almost always at the center of this interest. But unlike generic silver bullion, the 1880 Morgan dollar carries historical and artistic value that pushes its price well above melt value. This explains why an example in well-preserved condition can reach a market value of $600, significantly outpacing the intrinsic silver worth. High-grade mint state specimens, especially those with lustrous surfaces and strong strikes, often become the highlight of collections and auctions, sometimes commanding prices much higher than the baseline market value. For new collectors, the 1880 no-mint mark Morgan dollar serves as both an accessible entry point into serious numismatics and a valuable long-term investment. It is not so rare that it is impossible to find, but it is rare enough in higher grades to carry prestige. For experienced collectors, completing a full set of Morgan dollars with all dates and mint marks including varieties like the 1880-79 overdate, is a challenging and rewarding pursuit, with the 1880 Philadelphia issue playing a central role. The enjoyment of owning one of these coins goes beyond its monetary value. It is about holding a piece of America's past, a coin that circulated in saloons, banks, and trading posts during a transformative era in U.S. history. This sense of connection to the past, combined with the beauty of George T. Morgan's design, is why the 1880 no-mint Mark $1 coin continues to captivate collectors worldwide. In conclusion, the 1880 no-mint Mark $1 coin is far more than just silver and numbers. It is history, artistry, rarity, and value combined into one remarkable piece. With its stunning design of Liberty and the Eagle, its strong association with the Philadelphia Mint, and its role in the legendary Morgan Dollar series, it stands out as a must-have for any serious collection. Its market value of $600 in higher grades underscores both its scarcity and demand in today's numismatic marketplace. Collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike are drawn to this coin not only for its financial potential, but also for the unique story it tells about America at the dawn of modern times. Owning an 1880 Morgan dollar without a mint mark is like owning a tangible piece of national heritage, a coin that has survived nearly a century and a half, carrying with it the legacy of its age, for those fortunate enough to find one in excellent condition. This coin represents both a beautiful collectible and a smart investment, ensuring that the 1880 no-mint Mark $1 coin will remain a treasured part of numismatic history for generations to come. Next up, the 1879 no-mint Mark $1 coin, commonly known as the 1879 Morgan Silver Dollar from the Philadelphia Mint, is one of the most historically significant and highly sought-after coins in American numismatics, carrying not only its intrinsic silver value but also a fascinating legacy from the late 19th century that makes it a centerpiece for collectors worldwide. The absence of a mint mark signifies that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the primary United States mint facility and did not use mint marks during this era. This coin belongs to the legendary Morgan Dollar series, designed by the talented engraver George T. Morgan, who introduced a bold and youthful new representation of liberty on the obverse that symbolized progress, freedom, and the spirit of a rapidly changing America. The obverse design of the 1879 $1 coin features Lady Liberty facing left, crowned with agricultural symbols such as wheat and cotton, representing both unity and the diverse economic backbone of the nation at the time. On the reverse, the coin proudly displays a magnificent bald eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows in one talon to signify military readiness and an olive branch in the other to symbolize peace. This design struck a chord with Americans living in the post-Civil War period, reminding them of both strength and reconciliation. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 26.73 grams with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters, the 1879 no-mint Mark $1 coin holds substantial intrinsic value due to its silver content, but what makes it truly valuable is the combination of rarity, condition, collector demand, and the historical narrative it carries. The 1879 Morgan Dollar came only a year after the series began in 1878, making it one of the early issues of the Morgan Dollar series, and therefore it carries added prestige among collectors seeking to complete or enhance their sets. In 1879, millions of Morgan Dollars were struck at various mints, including San Francisco, Carson City, and New Orleans. But the Philadelphia Mint's no-mint mark version has remained a staple for both entry-level and advanced collectors. While it is not as rare as some of the Carson City issues from the same year, the Philadelphia 1879 no-mint Mark $1 stands out because of its combination of availability and significant value potential in higher grades. Coins that have survived in circulated condition still command respectable prices, but in well-preserved mint state condition with sharp details and brilliant luster, the 1879 no-mint Mark Morgan dollar can reach a market value of $900 sometimes, even more depending on the exact grade and eye appeal. Collectors often send these coins to professional grading services such as NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, or PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, where the grading scale, ranging from good, G, to mint state 70, MS 70, plays a pivotal role in determining final market value. For example, a heavily circulated 1879 Philadelphia dollar might trade in the $100–200 range, but one in MS 64, MS 65, or higher can leap to $900 or beyond, making condition a defining factor in its desirability. Another compelling reason for the popularity of the 1879 no-mint Mark $1 coin is the sheer beauty and artistry of George T. Morgan's design. Collectors admire the fine details of Liberty's profile, the strands of hair, the wreath, and the agricultural elements on the obverse, as well as the intricate feathering and posture of the eagle on the reverse. The level of artistry in the Morgan Dollar series has ensured that it remains one of the most collected and studied U.S. coins of all time, and the 1879 Philadelphia issue has a permanent place in this legacy. Additionally, this coin is tied to the famous Bland-Allison Act of 1878, which required the U.S. Treasury to purchase large amounts of silver from Western mines to be minted into silver dollars, essentially flooding the market with Morgan dollars. This historical context adds another layer of fascination for collectors, as each 1879 Morgan dollar is a tangible reminder of America's silver boom, economic policies, and Western expansion during the late 19th century. Varieties and die states further enhance the collectability of the 1879 Morgan dollar. The minting process in the 19th century was not as precise as it is today, and dies often wore down, were repunched, or even carried remnants of previous dates, leading to exciting varieties such as repunched mint marks or doubled dies. For the Philadelphia Mint, where no mint mark appears, collectors focus on strike quality, luster, and surface preservation. Proof versions of the 1879 Philadelphia dollar were also struck, and these proof coins, with their mirror-like fields and sharp details, can fetch astronomical sums far beyond the $900 market value of business strike examples. Even within the circulation strikes, coins with strong eye appeal, minimal bag marks, booming luster, and sharp feather details can command premiums that push them far beyond average market values. The 1879 no-mint Mark $1 coin's popularity also stems from its connection to the Wild West era and American expansion. Silver dollars were the iconic coins of this period, often used in trade, banks, and saloons across the frontier. While many coins ended up stored in treasury vaults and later released in the 20th century, countless examples also circulated heavily, gaining wear and marks from decades of use. Holding one of these coins today allows collectors to connect with that past, imagining the hands it passed through during a time of cowboys, railroads, and rapid national growth. This cultural and historical resonance adds to the coin's allure, making it far more than just a piece of silver. It becomes a storytelling artifact. In terms of investment, the 1879 no-mint Mark $1 coin offers both stability and growth potential. Unlike bullion coins that derive value solely from their metal content, Morgan dollars carry a significant numismatic premium, meaning their market value often exceeds silver spot price many times over. A well-preserved 1879 Morgan dollar in mint state condition priced at around $900 today could appreciate further in value as collector demand grows and high-grade examples become scarcer. The demand for Morgan dollars has been consistent for decades, and the coin remains one of the most liquid and recognizable pieces of U.S. coinage in the world, making it a strong addition to both collections and investment portfolios. The combination of silver bullion backing and collectible appeal ensures that the 1879 no-mint mark Morgan dollar will always have a ready market, whether among passionate collectors or investors seeking tangible assets. Collectors also value the Philadelphia Mint issues of 1879 because they represent the standard bearer of the series, produced at the original U.S. Mint. While Carson City dollars might be rarer, and New Orleans or San Francisco issues might carry their own allure, the Philadelphia coins are foundational, and every serious Morgan dollar set begins with them. The fact that the 1879 Philadelphia dollar can reach values of $900 in higher grades underlines its enduring importance. For new collectors, it is a challenging but achievable goal to own one of these historic coins, while for advanced collectors, securing a superb gem-grade example represents a major triumph. In conclusion, the 1879 no-mint Mark $1 coin is a remarkable piece of U.S. numismatic history that combines artistry, rarity, silver value, and cultural significance in one legendary coin. Designed by George T. Morgan and struck in Philadelphia, it embodies the bold spirit of 19th-century America and the enduring allure of the Morgan dollar series. With its stunning Liberty and Eagle design, ties to silver legislation and Western expansion, and its important role as an early Morgan dollar issue, the 1879 no-mint mark coin is truly a treasure for collectors. In well-preserved condition, its market value of $900 highlights the strong demand and premium attached to this coin, proving that its appeal goes far beyond silver content alone. Whether you are a seasoned collector building a complete Morgan dollar set, an investor seeking to diversify with numismatic assets, or simply someone fascinated by history and art, the 1879 no-mint mark $1 coin offers something uniquely valuable. More than just a coin, it is a tangible link to America's past, a beautiful collectible that continues to shine in the present, and a wise investment for the future, ensuring that its legacy will endure for generations to come. Next up, the 1887 no-mint Mark $1 coin, popularly recognized as the 1887 Morgan silver dollar from the Philadelphia Mint, is one of the most fascinating and collectible coins in the history of American numismatics, a true masterpiece that represents not only the artistry of its era, but also the economic and cultural legacy of the United States during the late 19th century. The absence of a mint mark on this coin identifies it as a Philadelphia issue, since the Philadelphia Mint, being the nation's first mint, did not use mint marks on its coins during this time period. This coin belongs to the iconic Morgan dollar series, designed by George T. Morgan, which ran from 1878 to 1904 and then once again in 1921, and has since become one of the most beloved series among collectors. The 1887 no-mint mark Morgan dollar holds special significance as it was minted during a time of industrial growth, westward expansion, and financial development in America, and each surviving example today carries with it a tangible piece of history. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper with a weight of 26.73 grams and a diameter of 38.1 mm, the 1887 Morgan dollar is not only valuable for its silver content, but also for its artistry, rarity, and numismatic demand. On the obverse, the coin features a stunning left-facing portrait of Lady Liberty designed to embody freedom and youth, crowned with cotton and wheat to symbolize America's agricultural roots. The reverse showcases the bold and majestic bald eagle with wings fully extended, clutching arrows in one talon to represent strength and readiness, and an olive branch in the other to symbolize peace, a duality that resonated deeply with Americans. In a post-Civil War nation striving for balance between power and reconciliation, the precision of the design, from the eagle's feathers to Liberty's flowing hair, makes the 1887 Morgan dollar one of the most attractive and detailed coins of the series, which is why it continues to be celebrated among collectors worldwide. When it comes to value, the 1887 no-mint mark $1 coin demonstrates how rarity, condition, and collector demand can transform a piece of silver into a highly sought-after treasure. While millions of Morgan dollars were struck in Philadelphia in 1887, many entered circulation and endured heavy wear over time, leaving relatively few in pristine condition today. Circulated examples may sell for modest amounts depending on grade, but well-preserved mint state specimens command extraordinary premiums. An 1887 Philadelphia Morgan dollar in lower grades might range from $50 to $200, but in higher mint state grades such as MS-64, MS-65, and especially MS-66 or above, these coins become dramatically more valuable. With their sharp strikes, radiant luster, and minimal bag marks, top-grade examples can reach a market value of $1,200 or more, making them an elite prize in the numismatic market. Collectors often send these coins to grading agencies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, for authentication and certification, as the official grade greatly influences the final value. A coin that grades MS-65 or higher will be considered gem quality, and such coins are not only rare but also highly liquid in the marketplace, meaning they can be sold quickly due to strong collector demand. The 1887 Morgan dollar also holds a unique appeal because of its place in the Morgan series timeline. By 1887, the Morgan dollar had become firmly established as America's silver dollar, minted in large numbers due to the Bland-Allison Act of 1878, which required the government to purchase silver from Western mines and mint it into coins. This act essentially guaranteed the continued production of silver dollars, making them symbols of the nation's commitment to supporting silver miners and expanding monetary circulation. The 1887 issue thus represents both the economic policies of the time and the silver boom that characterized the American West. For collectors today, the 1887 no-mint Mark Morgan dollar is not just a coin but a window into the economic and political environment of the late 19th century, offering insight into how government policy and mining interests shaped the nation's coinage. Beyond its general mintage, what truly excites collectors are varieties and dye differences that occurred during production. The minting process in the 19th century lacked the consistency of modern technology, leading to minor variations that today are highly prized. For example, there are double die varieties and proof-like strikes that give certain 1887 Morgan dollars added rarity and collectible appeal. Coins with strong proof-like fields, reflecting light like mirrors, are especially coveted, as they offer an eye-catching contrast against frosted design elements. These proof-like examples can easily surpass the $1,200 value of regular mint state coins, particularly in higher grades. Additionally, toned coins, those that naturally developed colorful patinas over time due to oxidation, are highly sought after by collectors who value both originality and unique beauty. A vividly toned 1887 no-mint Mark Morgan dollar in gem condition can command exceptional premiums far beyond the already impressive market price. Culturally, the 1887 Morgan dollar embodies the spirit of the Gilded Age, a period in American history, marked by rapid economic growth, wealth accumulation, and social transformation. Silver dollars, like the 1887 issue, were used in trade, stored in banks, and circulated widely across the expanding American frontier. They were the coins of miners, farmers, shopkeepers, and bankers, linking all layers of society together through commerce. Today, holding one of these coins is like holding a fragment of that era, a piece of money that might have traveled across saloons, railroads, and trading posts during one of the most transformative times in American history. This historical resonance adds immeasurable value to the 1887 no-mint Mark Morgan dollar, making it far more than just silver and numbers. It becomes a story, a heritage, and a connection to America's past. Investment-wise, the 1887 Philadelphia Morgan dollar offers excellent potential, especially in higher grades. Unlike bullion coins, whose value fluctuates directly with the silver market, Morgan dollars carry a strong numismatic premium, meaning their value far exceeds their melt value. While the silver content ensures a floor price, it is rarity, grade, and collector demand that elevate the coin to its $1,200 market value in gem condition. This makes the 1887 no-mint mark dollar a secure and desirable asset for both investors and collectors. Its widespread recognition and global demand ensure high liquidity, and its place in the broader Morgan dollar series means it will always attract interest. As collectors continue to seek high-grade examples, and as time inevitably reduces the supply of problem-free coins, the value of the 1887 issue is likely to continue appreciating. In conclusion, the 1887 no-mint mark $1 coin is an extraordinary piece of numismatic history that embodies artistry, economic significance, and collector value all in one. With its exquisite George T. Morgan design of Liberty and the Eagle, its ties to America's silver boom and the Bland Allison Act, and its role in the vibrant Gilded Age, the 1887 Morgan dollar is a timeless treasure. Its absence of a mint mark marks it as a Philadelphia issue, the heart of America's coin production, and its beauty, rarity, and condition make it a star of the Morgan dollar series. While circulated examples are affordable entry points, high-grade specimens can reach a market value of $1,200, reflecting the strong demand among collectors and investors alike. More than just a coin, the 1887 no-mint mark Morgan dollar is a legacy, a tangible link to America's past, and a collectible that continues to shine in the present. It remains a coin that is not only admired for its silver content, but cherished for its story, ensuring that it will hold a special place in the world of numismatics for generations to come. Next up, the 1801 no-mint mark $1 coin is one of the most historically important and highly collectible pieces in early American coinage, a true relic from the dawn of the United States Mint, and a coin that continues to fascinate collectors and historians alike more than 2 centuries after it was struck. The absence of a mint mark on this coin indicates that it was minted at the first United States Mint in Philadelphia, as no branch mints existed at that time, and therefore no mint marks were used. The 1801 silver dollar belongs to the draped bust series, designed by Robert Scott, the first chief engraver of the United States Mint, and it reflects both the artistic aspirations and the technical challenges of the young nation as it sought to establish a stable and respectable currency system. On the obverse of the coin, we find the graceful draped bust portrait of Liberty, facing right, with flowing hair tied with a ribbon and drapery over her neckline. This portrait was modeled after sketches believed to have been inspired by Philadelphia socialite Anna Willing Bingham, and represents a more elegant and neoclassical version of Liberty compared to earlier designs. Surrounding Liberty are 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies, with the word Liberty inscribed above and the date 1801 placed below. On the reverse, the design features a majestic heraldic eagle based on the Great Seal of the United States, holding arrows in one talon to symbolize readiness for war and an olive branch in the other to symbolize peace, with a shield on its chest and its wings spread wide. Above the eagle is a cluster of stars, often depicted as an arrangement of clouds, symbolizing unity and divine protection. The inscriptions, United States of America, encircle the reverse design, but notably, the denomination is not explicitly written on the coin, reflecting early U.S. mint practices. The 1801 draped bust silver dollar was struck in 89.24% silver and 10.76% copper, with a weight of 26.96 grams and a diameter of 39 to 40 millimeters depending on strike variations, giving it both intrinsic silver value and immense collectible appeal. The 1801 silver dollar is particularly scarce compared to later Morgan or Peace dollar issues because production numbers during this era were much lower. Historical records indicate that only around 454 silver dollars were minted in 1801, a tiny figure compared to millions produced in later decades. Many of these coins saw heavy circulation in the early 19th century, meaning that well-preserved examples are rare today. Circulated coins with heavy wear may still be valuable due to their age and rarity, but those in higher grades command exceptional premiums. The overall survival rate of the 1801 silver dollar is low, and most examples available to collectors show considerable wear, cleaning, or damage, which makes original, problem-free coins all the more desirable. In today's numismatic marketplace, depending on grade, the 1801 no-mint Mark $1 coin can range widely in price. Lower-grade coins in good, G to fine, F condition might fetch several $100s, but examples in very fine, VF, and extremely fine, XF grades rise dramatically in value. For coins in about uncirculated, AU, or mint state condition, prices escalate significantly, with some certified specimens selling at auctions for several $1,000s. For an average high-quality collectible piece in decent condition, the market value is estimated at around $1,400, making it an accessible yet prestigious acquisition for collectors who want to own a genuine early U.S. dollar from the first decade of the mint's operations. The 1801 silver dollar also holds enormous historical value because of the context in which it was produced. At the dawn of the 19th century, the United States was still a young republic under the leadership of President Thomas Jefferson, who took office in 1801. The nation was establishing its identity, building institutions, and strengthening its economy, and coinage was a central part of that effort. The silver dollar, being the largest silver denomination, was a symbol of strength, stability, and trust in the U.S. monetary system, and the 1801 issue is a direct artifact of that formative period. Each surviving coin today can be seen as a witness to America's early struggles and triumphs. A piece of silver that circulated in the pockets of merchants, traders, and citizens in a young nation that was still defining its role on the world stage. The heraldic eagle design on the reverse of the 1801 dollar was particularly meaningful, as it closely mirrored the national emblem and conveyed a strong message of sovereignty, unity, and resilience. This makes the coin not just a collectible, but also a tangible piece of American heritage. Collectors also prize the 1801 silver dollar for its connection to the draped bust series, which ran from 1795 to 1804. These coins are all considered scarce and highly desirable, with the later 1804 dollar famously known as the King of American Coins due to its rarity. While the 1801 is not as impossibly rare as the 1804 issue, it still belongs to this legendary family of coins, and its availability is far more limited than later 19th century dollars. This status within the draped bust series ensures its long-term demand among collectors. Furthermore, die varieties and minor variations in the 1801 issue add another dimension of interest. Because minting technology at the time involved hand-punching numbers and letters into dies, small differences occurred, such as star alignment, date spacing, or minor doubling, and specialists in early U.S. coinage often pay premiums for these variations. The study of such varieties makes early silver dollars like the 1801 a rich field for research and collecting, adding depth and excitement to ownership. In terms of investment, the 1801 no-mint Mark $1 coin is highly attractive because of its combination of rarity, historical importance, and consistent demand. Unlike modern bullion coins that derive their value primarily from metal content, early silver dollars carry significant numismatic premiums that are resilient to fluctuations in silver prices. The intrinsic silver value provides a stable base, but it is the historical and collectible appeal that truly drives prices upward. A well-preserved 1801 silver dollar, valued at $1,400 today, could appreciate further over time as fewer problem-free specimens remain in the market and as collector. Interest in early American coinage continues to grow. Auction records have already demonstrated this upward trajectory, with some higher-grade coins selling for many times the base market value, showing that the 1801 issue is both a collectible and an investment-grade asset. Culturally, the 1801 silver dollar embodies the very essence of America's early ideals and aspirations. It represents a time when the young nation was establishing credibility in world trade, when every coin carried with it not just monetary value, but also symbolic weight. These coins were used in everyday transactions, circulated in taverns, shops, banks, and markets, and served as trusted instruments of commerce at a time when paper currency was far less reliable. To hold an 1801 silver dollar today is to hold a direct link to that formative period, a coin that may have been present during the presidency of Thomas Jefferson, the Louisiana Purchase negotiations, or the early days of American expansion. This historical resonance makes the 1801 silver dollar more than just a collectible. It is a story frozen in silver, a reminder of where the nation began and how it has evolved. In conclusion, the 1801 no-mint Mark $1 coin is an extraordinary, numismatic treasure, combining artistry, rarity, history, and value in a way that few other coins can match. With its elegant draped bust design by Robert Scott, its heraldic eagle reverse symbolizing strength and unity, its scarcity due to low mintage numbers, and its place in the early days of the Philadelphia Mint, this coin is both a masterpiece and a cornerstone of American coinage. Its market value of $1,400 in collectible condition reflects both its scarcity and its enduring demand among collectors and investors, while higher-grade examples can achieve far greater prices. More than just silver, the 1801 silver dollar is a piece of history, a tangible link to the birth of a nation, and a prized possession for those fortunate enough to own one. It represents not only wealth, but also heritage, artistry, and the timeless allure of numismatics, ensuring that it will remain a treasured and respected coin in the world of collecting for generations to come.